This after party drama, guys, is something else. Of course, it was anticipated. If you had checked up my previous upload, I said I knew there was going to be after party drama. But guys, I'm really, really scared for Liema. I'm really, really scared for Liema. Like, she might risk disqualification. She already has 2 strikes. She might risk disqualification. One, for hitting Jareed and the party and even attempted to go back. If not, let me just allow you guys to watch this. Can you see Tinaye trying to rescue her? She had already hit Jareed. Okay. Can you guys see? She came to the room, which she would have. I hope you guys heard that. Okay, if you really don't really know what happened, like in my previous upload, I talked about some things that happened in the party. So you guys know, I told you guys that in the party, Jared had kissed Els, but that's not the thing. Jared found out about young Papi and Liema kiss. Is it that it was Lerato that told him, but Liema is saying it was Z that told him. But I don't think it's Z, because while young Papi and Z were having a conversation, I don't think it was Z that told Jared. I think it was a plan between Papi and Lerato, but we are going to find out all that soon. Okay, but for now, is either between Lerato and Z that told Jared. So Jared became so angry, and maybe it could be the reason he was just now all over Els at the party. If I danced with Els, he carried Els back to the house. When they came back to the house, they went to the locker room. You could see 2 of them. They were just there planning. And you guys, if you remember, Els had already told Yolanda sometime that she's planning on getting Liema a third strike. In fact, this was her plan with Jared to get Liema disqualified. I said, what kind of a guy is this? So, guys, when they were all there, Liema was already asleep after she left the party. You could see Junior. It was Junior that actually woke her up because he wanted to prepare something, and he was like, if it's sweet, he's going to keep for her, but if it's not, he's going to eat it up. Meanwhile, Makeke and Sinaye, they were just talking about this whole thing, everything that happened. There was Mpumi again, Lerato and Papa Goes at the garden. You know, they were just talking about this whole Liema Jared situation, sheep, and all that. So when Mark Jr. left, you know, Liema decided to go to the locker room, at least to change into a gown or wear something. So that was when in fact, there was a sound Jared made because Els did not see. Els was facing the other side when Liema entered. So Els did not see Liema when she entered. It was Jared that was facing the door, and Jared was making one sound like, you know, this kind of sound to just signal her that she's in the room. And you know, there was something Jerry told Els. Then he said, we are going to keep it respectable. We are going to keep it how, like, it's a plan. They are just planning on doing this just to get her. What is the reason? Jerry is claiming to be angry because he has come to find out that Liema kissed young Papi. But I don't think that's the case. Why would you be so angry when you yourself has been doing all that? She even tolerated your child. I'm not trying to justify anybody or blame anybody, but to me, it doesn't make sense. I think there is more to it. Maybe he's just using this young puppy stuff to get angry, because last night I told you guys the way Jared was talking and the way, like, and it seems Mpumi has discovered his game, because when Lerato asked Mpumi while they were in the garden and all these ones was happening inside, if she still misses Jared or if she still feels, she said no, but it's just that one person you want to have around, chat, but there is nothing deep happening again. And I could see it in the party because she wasn't really like seeking that attention from him. So when Lema came into the locker room, you know, Z came there, and Lema, okay, Biggie had said they should make sure that they had their microphone on. So she realized she didn't have a tag, went back to the room to pick the tag. I said, going back to the room, you should have just stayed back. Why go back again for confrontation? You would have just held yourself, handled your emotions, and stayed back in the room since you were already sleeping, you know, going back, picking your this and going back there. So when she got back there, to that place. Z had come in, and Z saw the seriousness on her face, and there was something Z said, but I could pick when Liema said, you want me to case somebody? I don't want to call the full name, please. You want me to case somebody? You want to get me disqualified, huh? Z said, no, no, all these girls are just gamers. Look, there's something about Z. She's this type, she'll be dealing with you, but you wouldn't know that I don't like that type. I like people who are assertive. Just tell me how you feel about me. And if you're angry, let me know you're angry. Don't be playing like you're with me, but look, you're doing something to me. So when Z had said that, Lima picked up her name tag and wore her belt. So Jareed, this guy, Jareed tried going close to her to hug her. He's normal, pecky pecky. Okay. So Lema dodged it and shifted. So later, Liema told Els, he said, Els, let her just tell her that Jared is just playing with him, that Jared is not serious with him, that Jared is just doing all these things with Els to get at her or to make her angry. Meanwhile, Els and Jared, of course, they had planned what they had planned. So when Lima told Els that Jared wanted to interject, and Lima was like, keep quiet. You should S up. I don't want to say, because whitey sometimes they will start telling you your reason. So shut up there. So Jared kept quiet. Lima was just talking, telling telling else that Jerry is not serious with him, blah 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 blah. Next thing, Liema felt okay. Jerry was like, then why did you do it? Called her, she's a liar, she's this, she's that. He thought he was not gonna find out. So that was when Liema faced Jareed, and talks Jareed, you can do whatever you like, you can do anything you think you want to cook, you can do this, you can do that, you think you are smart, but I'm smarter than you. That's one thing you don't know. You think you are smart, but I am smarter than you. That was when she body shamed him and said, with your effing micro D. That's too much. You see why I'm scared for her. First, she hit him there. Secondly, she still went back to, like, before Tinaye dragged her out. Then now you're calling her. You remember you called Yolanda a cow. She called Yolanda a cow and she got a strike. Now you body shamed a man with his effing micro. You guys know micro means something that is small. So are you laughing at him that he has a small d or what, or national TV? It is wrong. You body shamed him. So I don't know how big he's going to see this whole thing. Liema should just try and start controlling her temper. Mark Jr. told her all these things yesterday. And even yesterday, we saw it coming when they had that conversation. With a guy's body language, can't you discern? No, she's supposed to discern, like, you should know when this person is no longer into you. You should know and move away and walk away. In fact, so later, Jared came into the room and was telling her that she's petty. Why did she do that? Why did she blah 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 blah? He was just talking about the whole thing. He felt he was not going to find out. And so Lema was like, "You've done so many things to me, but this time around, that he can go ahead and do whatever. That she's clapping for him. That he has won. In fact, all these things that he won." Jared was like, yeah, I received my accolades. So that was how they were talking. Meanwhile, Makeke and Sinaye were there because they were talking about this whole thing before, how the thing is capsizing the ship, and how the thing was holding the ship is just very little, that very soon it's going to like scatter. Or they were just using like what I call it, riddles. See, that's what they call it, to like express or kind of analyze it. Like it was at this point before, but there is something. But meanwhile, Mpumi was in the garden with Ghost, and Lerato had come into the house, and she came to the bed and was telling Liema not to talk or not to answer. Liema said no, that she's not even going to answer him, that he has won. So Lerato went back to the garden, and that was when Ghost and Mpumi left. And Mpumi just asked her, is anything happening in the house? Lerato said no. Still, both of them went back into the house, and Mark Jr. has been talking to her since then, and this other person, because they've gathered down now, they are trying to eat their food. If Mark Jr. was telling her that tomorrow now, if he comes back, are you sure I'm not going to be seeing you in his arms? She said, no. Mark Jr. said, okay, they are going to bet. He said, let them bet with 2 million. But guys, I don't know whether I don't know whether production is just going to overlook all this. I don't know whether they are going to address it. I don't know whether they are going to give her a warning. I don't know whether if she's going to be punished or if she's going to risk disqualification, because you can't body shame somebody and on national TV. Liema should learn to control her emotions, and all these things on national TV, you're not like selling yourself, you're reducing your words out there, because nobody wants to like be with you with such tendencies. So that means you can hit a man, anything you have around you, you can just use it to injure someone. All these things. I don't want. I just want to be objective and analyze the show. I don't want to be defending anybody or saying this one, but I think she should learn. She should learn. And well, I'm happy she discovered that whatever else and Jareed are doing is in a bid to get at her, but she should have just stayed back. Like going back to that room, picking her thing and going back to talk to us, she would have just ignored them. Let her learn to ignore things. Let her learn to let things slide sometimes. Act like you did not see it at all. It will save, at least it would have saved her this calling him with his micro. It is wrong. It is really just body shamed. Well, let me know what you guys feel. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you guys in the next one. Bye.